From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 9. Presented by Amity University. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group. The new Kia Seltos. Century Ply. Club Prime. PolicyBazaar.com. And JK Tire.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam, that is the Women's Reservation Bill, has been introduced in Parliament, ladies and gentlemen. It is a historic moment for the country. Truly, the biggest gender-based reform for the temple of our democracy. For ladies and gentlemen, this country has institutionalized women's representation in the 1990s at the grassroots level. But for the sake of politics, for the sake of coalition compulsion, and for the sake of the outright lack of political will, the women's reservation issue had been for decades deliberately kept on the back burner. Ladies and gentlemen, you think that there cannot be an opposition at all to having a third of our parliament reserved for India's women representatives. But the India Alliance never ceases to surprise. Along with their handmaidens and their cheerleaders, who pretty much are restricted to a small fraction that hovers somewhere around Lutyens, Delhi now. The India Alliance, that claims to be the flag bearer of fundamental rights, equality and champions of democracy, blah, 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 are in an effective tailspin with this bill. Because this bill, ladies and gentlemen, is a smack in the face of the rigid thinking of these caste-based, appeasement-based parties that they call alliances now. Because women who were seen so far as a vote bank for appeasement and appeasement only are being seen instead as a mandated voice for democratic representation. Women are no longer just a constituency. They are the voice of representation at the highest level. And when this tectonic shift happened, Sonia Gandhi is clamoring and hoping to get some credit. What credit? Sonia Gandhi, who did everything possible to block this legislation, she wants credit now. These are the same people who gave the first Bharat Ratna to a woman only in 1971, and that too, it was Indira Gandhi herself. What credit, ladies and gentlemen? What credit when these are the same people who in 1985 passed the Muslim Women Act to nullify the decision in the Shah Bano case? What credit? What have they ever done but seen women and legislations as anything but tools of appeasement? Now they want credit. And to top it all up, true to form, the likes of Owaisi and the reservation within reservation for Muslims. The Samajwadi Party wants reservations within reservations for OBCs. At what point, ladies and gentlemen, will we finally break out of this mindset? At what point will the India Alliance, the dotted alliance, be able to break away from the shackles of the bygone era of appeasement politics and be able to make sense, let alone deliver on a vision for India? What Narendra Modi has done with the Women's Reservation Bill has silenced his critics, but we don't care about that. This country is never going to be the same again, viewers. True equality, true representation, absence of prejudice, elimination of bias. That's what's happening as we move towards becoming a developed country. Debate number 1 tonight. Incredible debate. Credit war breaking out over the Women's Reservation Bill. Debate number 2 this evening. Why the Act and the so-called self-styled activists and voices for women's rights are so unhappy that it's Narendra Modi who did what Sonia Gandhi blocked. And ladies and gentlemen, debate number 3 tonight, why we really need to put Canada in its place. It's just crossed all limits now. Effectively a terrorist supporting state. Trudeau backs terror. That's debate number 3. And here are the headlines this Tuesday evening on the debate tonight.
जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में हाँ गए, जो सदस्य विरोध में ना गए, मेरे विचार में निर्णय हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ, हाँ वालों के पक्ष हुआ। माननीय मंत्री जी अब विधेयक को प्रस्तावित करें। I introduce the bill.
Women's reservation bill tabled in the Lok Sabha by the Narendra Modi government. Discussion tomorrow.
सर्वसम्मति से जब ये बिल कानून बनेगा तो उसकी ताकत अनेक गुना बढ़ जाएगी। मैं सभी माननीय सांसदों से इसे सर्वसम्मति से पारित करने के लिए प्रार्थना करते हुए आपका आभार व्यक्त करता हूं।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi reiterates resolve on women-led development. He urges all parties to support the bill.
Madam, Mahila Arakshan.
Women's reservation bill. Why did he is coming?
Women's reservation bill.
Women's reservation bill. अपना है.
अपना है.
Vadra Congress jumps to claim credit on the bill that guarantees 33% reservation to women in the Lok Sabha. The Narendra Modi government's historic move on gender rights in Parliament completely stumps the pseudo-liberal lobby forced into silence.
Involvement of a foreign government in the killing of a Canadian citizen on Canadian soil is an unacceptable violation of our sovereignty.
Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau levels totally baseless allegations against India and becomes an open backer of Khalistani terrorism. India calls the allegations completely absurd and motivated, expels senior Canadian diplomat, asks him to leave Delhi in 5 days. Ladies and gentlemen, 33% reservation for women in the Lok Sabha and state assemblies is going to become a reality. What many people felt could never have happened, could never have been tabled or legislated, has been done by the Prime Minister. And the Prime Minister has shown the commitment and conviction to this law. But instead of celebrating this landmark bill, the Congi MPs chose the credit war and made unfortunate and derogatory statements against women MPs. Here is what happened in Parliament, and then we debate.
ये नारी शक्ति बंधन विधेयक भारत के विकास में नारी शक्ति की भूमिका को निर्धारित करने वाला होगा। इस विधेयक को पुनर्स्थापित करने की अनुमति दी जाए। जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में हाँ गए, जो सदस्य विरोध में ना गए, मेरे विचार में निर्णय हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ।
On first day in new Parliament, Modi government tabled the much-awaited bill on women's reservation.
अनेक वर्षों से महिला आरक्षण के संबंध में बहुत चर्चाएं हुई हैं, बहुत वाद विवाद हुए हैं। महिला आरक्षण को लेकर संसद में पहले भी कुछ प्रयास हुए हैं। 1996 में इससे जुड़ा बिल पहली बार पेश हुआ था। अटल जी के कार्यकाल में कई बार महिला आरक्षण का बिल पेश किया गया, कई बार, लेकिन उसे पार कराने के लिए आंकड़े नहीं जुटा पाए और उसके कारण वो सपना अधूरा रह गया। महिलाओं को अधिकार देने का, महिलाओं की शक्ति का उपयोग करने का वो काम शायद ईश्वर ने ऐसे कई पवित्र काम के लिए मुझे चुना है।
Credit war marred the historic moment.
मैं ये कहना चाहते कि महिला आरक्षण 1989 में जब राजीव जी प्रधानमंत्री थे तब स्थानीय निकायों के चुनाव में उन्होंने 1/3 आरक्षण महिलाओं के लिए सुनिश्चित किया था। तत्पश्चात कांग्रेस की सरकारों ने लगातार प्रयास किया कि महिला आरक्षण का बिल पास हो। महिला आरक्षण बिल लोकसभा में पास हुआ था, कभी पास नहीं हुआ। और दो, कि ये बिल पुराना लोकसभा में लंबित है। ये बिल 2014 में ही लोकसभा के विघटन के साथ ही ये बिल निरस्त कर दिया गया।
Prime Minister has shown his resolve and commitment for women's rights in Parliament.
एक बार फिर हमारी सरकार ने इस दिशा में कदम बढ़ाया है। कल ही कैबिनेट में महिला आरक्षण वाला जो विधेयक है उसको मंजूरी दी गई है। आज 19 सितंबर की ये तारीख इसीलिए इतिहास में अमरत्व को प्राप्त करने जा रहे हैं। आज जब महिलाएं हर सेक्टर में तेजी से आगे बढ़ रही हैं, नेतृत्व कर रही है, तो बहुत आवश्यक है कि नीति निर्धारण में, पॉलिसी मेकिंग में हमारी माताएं बहनें, हमारी नारी शक्ति अधिकतम योगदान दें, ज्यादा से ज्यादा योगदान ही नहीं, वे महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाएं।
And Narendra Modi government, by displaying its political intent, has put forward the big ticket reform of 33% reservation for women in the parliament. Once that translates into reality, ladies and gentlemen, this could be that big game-changing move that the government believes will benefit it in the run-up to the 2024 elections also.
But those who want to claim ownership on the bill have resorted to sexist and regressive comments.
बैकवर्ड क्लास के लेडीज में, शेड्यूल कास्ट लेडीज में उतने पढ़े लिखे नहीं हैं और उनकी लिटरेसी ये भी साक्षरता भी कम है। वो कम रहने के वजह से और सभी पॉलिटिकल पार्टियों का, मैं एक पार्टी बोल के नहीं बोलता, सभी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी की एक आदत है कि महिला बोले तो कमजोर महिला को दे देते हैं।
We respect the leader of the opposition, but to make a sweeping statement that all parties choose women who are not effective is absolutely unacceptable. I speak on behalf of all our women. We've all been empowered by our party, by our Prime Minister. Rashtrapati Draupadi Murmu ji is an empowered woman.
The bill will be up for debate in the coming days, and looking at the numbers in the House, the bill may just have a smooth sailing. Let's debate.
It's really a historic day. And as I welcome everyone, Vivek Srivastav, Nikhil Jain, Akashdeep Muni, Dr. Piyush Joshi, Yogita Bhayana, well-known social activist, Shaq Mani of the BRS, R. Rajagopalan, and very warm welcome, I think for the first time today, I have Poonam Mahajan, Member of Parliament of the BJP with us. Congratulations to everyone. Smita Prakash, editor of ANI, I want to start with you. You know, this description, I think first of all, I think I would like personally to start with a severe condemnation of the Congress party describing the women's bill as a jumla. I mean, how can you call this a jumla? Jairam Ramesh says this is an election jumla. Your thoughts on that, Smita?
Yes, it is an election jumla.
It's a very significant day, and I would rather not concentrate on the negativity but on the positivity. And I just feel that there's been the Prime Minister has shown a political will and courage and determination to go forth with this, something which has been pending for a long time. And if there are many who want to take credit for this, that they began at some point of time, they didn't have political will, they didn't want to take it forward, for whatever the reasons, I'm glad that somehow it has fallen into place. Linking it with delimitation and with the census is going to put a spanner in the works. It is going to lead to things slowing down. But despite that, there's been a positive take on this, I feel. And I think even the Congress party or the opposition parties who are claiming that it's not one political party which has done this, it's a collective action. The fact is that they were lethargic about bringing it into effect. They did not drum up support even when they could have, twisted the arm, or they could have used some leverage or the other. They didn't do it. I guess the compulsions were different when they were in power. The fact is that today it is going to happen, and wheels have started moving. So I'm glad in a way that it has started, and congratulations to all those who have worked on it.
No, so I would be a little more direct on that, Smita. I don't think there were compulsions. I think these groups were, simply put, I think they were anti-women, and the reason is because they felt that this is not good politics, and these are the kind of things, that's why there was no reservation. Now, same Congress party which did not have the courage or the ability to do it, they snatched bills from their own law minister. They wrestled like maniacs on the floor of the House to stop the bill. They went completely berserk. They went completely crazy. They were afraid. They were violent. Were they not violent? They were violent on the floor of the House. That was a jumla in my view, Yogita. This is not a jumla. That was a jumla, Yogita.
Arnab, I'm super happy. What a historical day, and we really need to celebrate. And if somebody is not liking it, if somebody is making noise against it, should be condemned and should be definitely taken to task, rather, I would put it this way. And these people should feel so, I mean, they are shameless people if they are, kind of doing something like this. And we need to celebrate. It's a day we waited for 27 years.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's after a lot of struggle of lot many activists, lot many NGOs, lot many channels, lot many women, what not we have gone through, and we have seen today the light of the day. We should be celebrating it. We should be applauding it.
Yeah.
Let's say good is good, bad is bad. I mean, what is there?
No, but the point is that what they did was very smartly. I'll tell you, Vivek, Nikhil, Akashdeep, and Dr. Piyush Joshi. What these Congi guys did was that they dangled a carrot, and they thought they could fool women of this. They thought they could fool the women of this country, dangle the carrot. Tell them we introduced it. What do you want? Why do we need to pass it? Be happy we introduced it. Say thank you. It's only been 30 years.
No.
Yeah. I am talking about the people who are now calling it a jungla.
On the contrary, the BJP is dangling the carrot.
Exactly.
Without a census,
the bill isn't going to come into force for the next many years.
Census has not happened.
Yeah.
When are you going to implement it? It is still a jumla, and I stand by it. It is still a jumla. Every party tried for it.
Poonam Mahajan respond to that.
Geeta Mukherjee introduced this. Yeah, I mean, Geeta Mukherjee, I do not know if people know who she was over here. She was the head of the National Federation of Indian Women, National Secretary CPI. She was the first person to start this, and the Congress was trying it and supported it.
What was stopping you to get the bill?
Yes,
who stopped you?
Why
couldn't they do it?
Happened.
Why couldn't you do it? Why are you saying it after 27 years?
Okay,
why are you saying
it?
I'm so sorry.
No, 1 minute.
Should have done it, no.
They passed it in Rajya Sabha.
Okay, then why it lapsed? Where was the willpower? You were in power for so many years.
BJP should have supported it in the Lok Sabha.
Who? Please,
I'll tell you.
Excuses are enough, but only for women.
I'll tell you.
You did whatever you wanted to do.
The BJP does is what? You make a road, the Congress makes a road, the Communists make a road, and Mr. Modi comes to cut the ribbon. That's what is happening. The Congress makes a bridge.
That's why they are in other governments they can form.
I think you've described it very well. 1 minute.
Mr. Modi comes with a scissor and says, I'm inaugurating and this is my work.
That's why they can't form any government anywhere.
I think the Communist Party of India should be the last one talking. Vivek, 1 minute. Vivek, 1 minute. 1 minute. Poonam, the straight question is, and I think there's a sense of disbelief among many people, that it's actually going to happen. They don't want to believe it, that it's actually going to happen. They are saying there are too many roadblocks. this has been passed but won't be implemented? Poonam.
I'll just put it in 3 points, Mr. Goswami. First of all, I would like to wish all of you a wonderful Ganesh Chaturthi. You're my fellow Mumbaikar, so you must be missing it today. But 3 points. When we march with the Honorable Prime Minister towards the new Sansad Bhavan, the sense of strength I could see for New India and what we saw on the business of day. The first business of that day in that first day of first new parliament was Women's Reservation Bill. And what was it called? Nari Shakti Samman. It is not just mere a reservation for you, but wo Nari ki Shakti ka Samman hai. That respect has given it to that every woman in this country who must represent India. Third small point, I feel Prime Minister Modi crosses the mere, symbolism of the past. I mean, past has been only spoken and politicized and cynically spoken
how
right
will you
now.
implement it
But if you
without the
see it right
census?
now, and
why
I
you
always
gonna
say
have the
people have
census?
asked, sir, wait, let me complete, don't over, I'm
Which
a
year
member
do you
of
plan to
parliament,
implement it?
two-time
Can I
member
know-
of
can I have
parliament,
some
I know what you're
information from
talking.
you?
Two very
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you.
Two very important
Which year are you
points
going to
are
implement
when
it?
opposition
Can you
leader
speak
in
from
Rajya
the National
Sabha
TV
talks
about it?
that scheduled caste and scheduled tribe women are not well educated
Can I have
and
louder
they
in
are
the studio,
weaker.
please?
That makes me understand, maybe, I'm not accusing,
No, you are
maybe
diverting
the
now.
Congress
You are diverting.
president, Mrs. Gandhi was weak, that's why she
No,
was
you are
holding the
diverting now.
position.
It's a
Was
cumulative
she merely
effect of
just a
all the
weak
parties
person,
that
that's
you
why
are-
they
that you
held the
are trying to
position?
pass the bill.
Second, I'm not, sir, I'm not diverting, I'm a member of parliament, I'm not just a
You are diverting, ma'am.
analyst
Tell
sitting
me
and
the
just
year.
shouting. Let
You
me
may
put
be a
it
member of
forward.
parliament. I have a right to question you. Which year are you?
One minute, just one.
Sir, in the year 1990,
Poonam, please, continue.
in
1 minute, please.
1996,
in your debate right there.
Just 1 minute.
Shows how the
You don't have
BJP is.
answers.
Windows.
let me see, let me put the track record of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government. It is not something just, someone wakes up in the morning at night kind of leadership. The leadership is well thought. The leadership gets ready. I'll just give you a small example, then you'll understand why this now, why 2026, why 84th Amendment for Constitution, Delimitation Committee, how it's going to go, why it is all behind this. And of course, tomorrow you'll hear the Law Minister discussing this, and of course, there'll be a lot of discussion. But you think about it. Let me give you an example of G20. Every leader of the nation came and praised the UPI and everything which IT used in India and the kind of transactions are happening in India which you could not see it anywhere in the world. Why? How did it start? It started from JAM, Jandhan Aadhaar Mobile. Because of these three
2009.
things, which was the foundation to
National
achieve something
Payments
now we have
Corporation.
achieved.
Just let her
So,
complete,
sir,
please.
the achievement is very important, and you're talking about, in Rajya Sabha, Congress leaders say they have passed Hamara bill hai, Mera bill hai, Ghar ka bill hai. They passed it in Rajya Sabha. My question to you is, when you want to pass a deal in Lok Sabha, you use your skill to get your arm twist your friends and pass that, then why did not you use those skills to pass the Women's Reservation Bill? From day one, Bharatiya Janata Party is with this idea. And I know Modi hai to mumkin hai for this reason, because we will put the bill tomorrow, discussion will happen. By 2026, once, everything does not come in silo. Everything has to be studied and put forward, so we keep the foundation strong and we give the right to the
Akashdeep,
people.
Krishank,
You just see the track record of every reform of Narendra Modi government. We just don't wake up in one morning and do it at night.
Arnab, can I come in?
No, there's a one minute. Akashdeep, can I have Akashdeep and
yeah.
Piyush on the right, please? Thank you very much. And Akashdeep, I'll go to Piyush before. I think it's a ridiculous question when people ask, why is this happening post delimitation? I mean, you have to have the intellectual inadequacy of Rahul Gandhi to ask a facile question like that. I mean, I'm sorry, but I mean, I have my view.
Rahul Gandhi are part of
Well, I only mention it as an example of intellectual inadequacies. My question is this. My question is can you not? Please? The question here is, the representation has to be in line with the number of seats post delimitation. Any logical person will understand that. They are saying this is a jumla. They are asking why is the reservation coming after delimitation? Well, it is coming after delimitation. Piyush and Akashdeep, you can clarify, so that the relevant figures of the census have been published. And that will ensure that the representation is totally in line with the number of seats post delimitation, so that women are not fooled another time.
Yeah, you know,
why can't you give credit? Why are you looking for a needle in a haystack, Piyush?
Yeah, so what you actually did, Arnab, you know, by just questioning the intellect of people, questioning the malified intent of this government, because it's basically a delaying tactic to wait for census and then subsequently the delimitation. What you actually did, that you prevented people from asking questions about it by questioning their intellect, and it's simply not so. Nevertheless, better late than never. So it's a good bill, and I don't think any political party is going to oppose that in their better minds. So everyone has to.
But why are you grudging? Why are you seething? Why are you criticizing? I mean, I find the response abhorrent. I find a problem with your response. You don't know where to find a fault in this. Why can't you be a little more large on it than that, Akashdeep, when it's a very good bill? Is that what you say?
Whatever Mr. Modi is doing, you know, Mr. Modi leaves a thing or two for us to ponder upon, and definitely we can find faults in the intent of the government, and if the intent is so bona fide, and so why not bring it before 2024? The Honorable MP has just mentioned that every bill has to be studied, you know, and the data has to be representative of the census which has been done, and then the delimitation is going to happen. So after that census, you are going to revise the whole structure of the parliament as well, and there is too many between the cup and the flick. So that is the actually you know, the opposition's question. The opposition's question is all about whether you actually want to do it or not. If you actually want to do it, good enough. We are going to support you, and we are all for it. So, as far as the credit war is concerned, I find it a bit preposterous. Ultimately, whosoever is going to pass the bill is going to get the credit for it.
Piyush, let me put it to you this way. Piyush, one minute. Let's Poonam respond to you again. I have a point to make. I'll come right after that. Yes, Poonam.
Yeah, Mr. Goswami.
Is it the allegation on the other side, Poonam, is that the government has passed the bill but does not want to implement it before 2024?
Because it disturbs their political equation.
The bill has not yet passed. It will be passed tomorrow and day after. Point number one. No, political intent. You're giving me political intent, where one family takes care of one political party, and that's the only symbolism you show for women. How does it disturb my political equation when we have defense minister full-time, first-time in this country, defense minister a woman, a finance minister a woman? How does it, in India, women of India, I think you're well-read and well-studied, you just do a little survey and see women of India have voted maximum to Bharatiya Janata Party because they felt assured by the Prime Minister, they felt assured by the government. And just go by the record of 2014 and 19, every bill, every reform has been passed with an idea to implement it, not to make a story which Congress has been doing. What is opposition doing? Opposition's one leader, Madam Sonia Gandhi says, ये हमारा है. ये क्या आपके घर की सबकी खेती है? कि आप बोलेंगे आपका हमारा ये देश का नहीं हो सकता? Sir, read the bill.
मैडम, ये बिल कब आएगा?
And very openly said, we are not hiding something. कल आएगा, आप 11 बजे ना लोकसभा खोल के देखिए. 11 बजे लोकसभा देखिए. And if you don't understand what 24 constitutional amendment you have, when you talk about reservation, Mr. Panelist, when you talk about reservation na, for 84th constitutional amendment,
Akashdeep, just wait one second.
If you're so interested to
84th constitutional amendment mein, there is a delimitation committee. There is a lot of delimitation committees. There are a lot of reservation conversations go on.
Akashdeep, just wait. I said second time. Can I make an intervention here for a minute?
And when the bill is coming tomorrow,
Mane of the BRS, and Mr. Rajagopalan, Poonam, just a while. you know what I find completely amazing out here? Who are the people who are questioning the bill, Mr. Rajagopalan? They are the people who sat on the bill for 27 years, stalled it, delayed it, gave 1,000 reasons for doing so. Now the bill is clear as day, right? They are saying, why do you want to bring it post delimitation so that it is fair? And what is this criticism on the timing here? The same opposition is saying, why are you doing it before the elections? Why didn't you do it any time?
Arnab, you call me, I will speak now. Arnab, 1 second. Vivek, don't disturb me, please.
Yes, Rajagopalan.
Arnab, till yesterday the Congress was saying hidden agenda, hidden agenda, hidden agenda. Today when it comes, Jumla, it should be unanimous. Mera bill hai, hamara bill hai. Why do you say this? This bill, Arnab, will end corruption, will end dynasty, will end discrimination. Take it from me. Apart from that, when they brought it, delimitation was included. Suppose if they rushed it, the same persons who are in the panel will ask, why delimitation is there? Why you did not think of it? They will put the chapati the ulta karega. Yes, is taraf. So therefore, my understanding is Narendra Modi did the best, and it has put the dot alliance in a tight spot. And wait for Thursday. There is going to be one more important thing.
Sonia Gandhi says, Krishank, ye mera bill hai. Mera bill hai. What is she talking about? This is Sonia Gandhi. She's so hypocritical. No, what is she? She thinks she owns the country. She's been out of power for almost 10 years. She's still not understood her lessons. This bill was passed in 2010. She did not get it introduced in the Lok Sabha despite being in power till 2014. She is the instrument of delay. Krishank, I find it quite amazing and quite, arrogant actually. If I may, ye mera bill hai, mera bill hai. What does she mean, mera bill? What gives her that right? Krishank, your thoughts on Sonia Gandhi's position and overall on this bill?
Arnab, for Congress, it was a bad start today. For Madam Gandhi's statement, it's ours. If she really intended this bill to be tabled in this special session, then on 6th September 2023, she would have included the women reservation bill in the letter to Honorable Prime Minister Modi. This was questioned by our leader, Kavitaji. This was not an agenda for Sonia Gandhi ji. She did not speak about it. So now they don't have any right to take credits for it. But all said and done, yes, the Congress has no rights because every party, now today, the government of India needs support across the states. And like BRS, our leaders have spoken in the parliament earlier, in the previous sessions also. We have done protests at Jantar Mantar. And we are implementing 50% reservation in the municipalities' mayor positions. Let me tell you, 55% already. 55% women chairpersons in municipalities are women in Telangana, Arnab. So Congress cannot take credit of it. They have neither implemented or never fought for this issue in recent past.
After the...
But the government of India should have not kept this in suspense, Arnab. Let me say that they should have kept this agenda in the BAC or an all-party meeting. They should have raised this issue. They would have gathered support. By keeping this whole thing in suspense, definitely, they've like Congress.
Definitely what?
Raised the debate of
definitely what exactly? I mean, I'm sorry, but Priyank, I fail to understand it. These other parties have been unfair to women for 30 years. They have lied to women. They have betrayed women, right? And today you are saying Sonia Gandhi should have been informed. Why should we inform Sonia Gandhi? If we inform Sonia Gandhi, she is going to carry out another conspiracy to block the bill. Sonia Gandhi, what right does she have over the bill? This bill was introduced in the Rajya Sabha. Allow me to complete. Then it was sent to the Standing Committee on Law and Justice. Then the report was prepared. Then the bill was tabled before the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. And what happened? It could not be passed in the Lok Sabha because Sonia Gandhi, Mulayam, Lalu, JDU all came together. Sonia Gandhi was the leader of the conspiracy. If it had been announced, if this had been announced 1 week back, Sonia Gandhi would have conspired again along with CPI all these other parties.
The government is that weak.
No, I'm saying, I'm saying...
Leader, that a person who's not even the president of a party with 1/6 of the number of MPs as the BJP can conspire and make a bill fall.
I'm saying that this bill was introduced by the NDA government in the 12th Lok Sabha as the 84th Constitution Amendment Bill. What did Sonia Gandhi do? Sonia Gandhi got together with some other men from some other parties and said, how do we stop? She blocked it. She blocked it. She only wants reservation for herself. She blocked it.
Who got it in 2010, Arnab?
Did she block it? Did she block it?
Who got it in 2010?
Did she block it?
And let me talk about, when we are on the topic of women reservation bill, I think the country needs to know.
I'm saying...
Why did the BJP not support the Congress? And what was Narendra Modi's government doing for the last 9 years? Arnab, let me respond to a number of points that Ms. Mahajan had made. Let me respond to the points that Yogita had made.
One minute. 2010, there was a member of parliament, I think very close to CPI. His name is Abu Asim Kazmi from the Samajwadi Party. He tried to physically snatch the bill copy from the then law minister. He almost injured, Hansraj Bhardwaj almost got physically injured in parliament. This is what Sonia Gandhi was doing. Ab main kuch bol dun. 1 minute, I'm an experienced journalist. Don't make me open my mouth, sir. Main bahut kuch bol dunga. I will reveal everything of what has been going on.
Can we at least mention the fact that in 1992, the first women reservation bill in any public representation was brought by the Congress government of Narasimha Rao. The first women reservation bill in Parliament and state assemblies was brought in 1996 by a government which was supported by the Congress. Then in 2010, the first party to have ever passed a women reservation bill in Parliament in any house was the Congress party in Rajya Sabha. They are going to say that why did you not pass it in the Lok Sabha? I am going to ask, why did you not pass it in the Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha in the past 9 years of the Modi government? You've been talking about 27 years. Of those 27 years, 14 years the BJP has been in power and not a single year the Congress has been in power in its single majority. You asked what is the fault of the bill?
No. I stopped. Told you to stop. No. I'm not allowing it. I'm not. Just wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Recently, your Congress leader called
Don't exceed your
Narasimha Rao the first BJP Prime Minister. Today, Congress is owning PV Narasimha Rao, but recently, Congress's senior leader called PV Narasimha Rao BJP's first Prime Minister.
Let him come. Nikhil, don't take the advantage of being in the studio. Be quiet for a moment.
That is a different debate.
The question is, no, it's not a different debate. The debate is about the betrayal of women. Let me just give me a moment to explain that. No, I would go by it. Can you please just 1 minute? You see, Sonia Gandhi, nobody except Sonia Gandhi has betrayed women like this, because she played a role in trying to give an impression that she is sincere, but behind the scenes, she quietly did deals with other parties to block the bill. Proof? Now, I'll tell you. Can you just stop interfering, right? And by the way, don't ask me for proof. I have too much proof. In 2000-2001, the bill was listed for consideration and passing in the Lok Sabha, right? I remember 2000-2001, right? At that time, we all remember it was Vajpayee government. In fact, Poonam Mahajan's father, the late Pramod Mahajan, very active in the Vajpayee government at that time, played a bill in the consideration and passing of the bill in the Lok Sabha on 21st of December 2000 and 22nd of December 2000 during the winter session. What happened? It could not be considered. Not because Pramod Mahajan did not want it, not because Vajpayee ji was against it or Advani ji was against it. It is because Sonia Gandhi led opposition created such a ruckus. But despite that, a notice for consideration and passing of the bill was given again on 19th of February 2001. Again, she stopped it. And at that point of time, 1998, there was a union law minister, his name was Thambi Durai. Thambi Durai was about to introduce the bill. Rajagopalan remembers it. There is a RJD, Lalu, who sent his member of parliament to snatch it from his hand.
Mr. Mehta,
they made such a horrible drama of it, Mr. Rajagopalan. And who is Lalu with now? Sonia Gandhi.
They had their own reservations and reasons.
And that's why Sonia Gandhi is now calling this a Jumla.
And in 2010,
one minute.
The BJP MPs not opposed the bill. Weren't there a section of the BJP members of parliament who were opposing this bill? Today the BJP likes to say that we are promoting women, first women president.
Can you have others? Can you let others speak, Nikhil, please?
Don't go on gossip mongering, sir.
What yes, yes? What yes, yes?
No, Nikhil
Please,
is right.
don't go on
Nikhil is
your
right.
gossip mongering.
Poonam versus Vivek. Yeah, Poonam.
When the Vajpayee Prime Minister was opposing the bill.
See, this kind of gossip. Someone said what happened in 9 years of the Modi government. I want to tell them what we did in 9 years.
Reservations, they had their own thought process. That's a different thing. But I believe.
Poonamji, tell me one thing. Poonamji, tell me one thing that in 2008 when the...
See, in democracy is understandable.
No, Poonamji, one small thing, so 10 seconds. In 2008 when the Congress brought the bill in Rajya Sabha and then in 4 times in Lok Sabha, why didn't BJP support it? Why didn't BJP support it? If they were pro...
Why did you bring policy into the house?
The interesting
I
part...
don't know how... I'm sorry to put it this way respectfully. I hope you're a young man. Maybe you don't know the history. Let me put it this way.
Akashdeep, 1 minute. Akash, 1 minute. She's responding to you. Akash, she's responding to you.
Who maybe does not
Akash,
know
she's
the
responding to
history
you. She's
where
responding to
Bharatiya Janata... No. This... With due respect, I think the panelist there, who's very respectful, must be a young person, does not know the history, Googling through maybe a Congress Google search engine, won't understand this. Bharatiya Janata Party from day one is supporting women's reservation bill. So please keep it in your mind. Don't play a jumla by Congress because in 2008 you can do deals and arm twist using the skill with your friends, but you cannot. Please don't get into gossip mongering. अभी बोला सुनाई नहीं दे रहा आपको. Sir, आपको सुनाई दे रहा है या नहीं?
What gossip?
Please remove your Congress Google search engine and do real study and come back on TV. I think Mr. Goswami should get people who have some kind of understanding.
Okay.
Akashdeep, for a minute. Akashdeep, a minute. We certain raw realities, certain raw realities. I want to present certain absolutely raw realities. And I have some reason to say so because whether good or bad, let me tell you, my entire journalistic career has started, Mr. Rajagopalan, with the women's bill. I used to cover the Communist Party of India. Geeta Mukherjee had introduced the bill. So I joined journalism in the year that this bill was being introduced. And I must say that I have also spent 26, 27 years. It's incredible. I sometimes think, Mr. Rajagopalan, that year I started out as a reporter was the year this bill was introduced. And we would run with mics around Parliament. We would ask Pramod Mahajan, Indrajit Gupta, Geeta Mukherjee, what is going on as young, reporters in our early 20s. And now you see 27 years has passed. I have to pinch myself to believe the same group of people is using the same language. But what I will never forget, and I will always condemn, are things like परकटी महिलाएं. हिम्मत हो तो आज बोलिए परकटी महिलाएं. आप बोलते हैं इस देश में बदला क्या है? मैं बताता हूँ इस देश में बदला क्या है. आप चुप जाइए. Just one minute. Let me. I don't want to shout over you. I will tell you what has changed. With a lot of respect to the late Mulayam Singh Yadav. With a lot of respect to the late Mulayam Singh Yadav, I have the quotation of what Mulayam Singh Yadav had said at that point of time. Dimple Yadav is now saying I support the bill. Well, Mulayam Singh Yadav had said, बड़े घर की लड़कियों, आप मेरी बात सुनिए, आकाशदीप जी, सुनिए, कुछ भी नहीं, आप बात सुन लीजिए, हिम्मत रखिए आकाशदीप जी. अभी तो मैं कुछ, आप सुन लीजिए ना मेरी बात, बिना सुने कुछ भी मत बोलिए. मुलायम सिंह यादव से बड़े घर की लड़कियां और महिलाओं को फायदा मिलेगा, हमारे गांव की गरीब महिलाओं को नहीं, वे आकर्षक नहीं होती. मैं फिर रिपीट कर रहा हूं. पूनम, आर यू लिसनिंग? योगिता, वो कहती है कि हमारे गांव की गरीब महिलाएं आकर्षक नहीं होती. बट इतना कहूंगा, ज्यादा नहीं. और इस पर इस पर ये आरजेडी कांगी नेता खिलखिलाते हुए हंसने लगे। मैं कह रहा हूं, आप कह रहे 27 साल में क्या बदला? ये मानसिकता बदली। मान लीजिए ये मानसिकता बदली पीयूष, ये मानसिकता बदली।
नहीं, पार्लियामेंट में ब्रिजभूषण नहीं बैठे जो हमारी विमेन रेसलर्स के साथ गलत काम करा। विमेन रेसलर्स बैठी रही प्रोटेस्ट पे और उनके समर्थक कहते हैं कि अगर गुरुजी को लड़की चाहिए होती तो हम भी तो है। मानसिकता बदल गई।
एक्सेप्ट द रियलिटी। यू आर सो फ्रस्ट्रेटेड।
ला सकती थी पर आपने नहीं लाया। और एक बात बता दूं आपको,
that you asked पूनम महाजन,
बहुत सारे टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस
27 साल से डिले किया, अब बोल रहे हैं 9 साल बाद क्यों लाए?
बिल को रास्ते में लाने के लिए
आपने कोई मोर्चा खोला था क्या? आपके मोर्चे के बाद ये खोला है क्या? आपने कोई मोर्चा खोला, आंदोलन किया आपने कि वुमेन्स बिल पे आंदोलन किया आपने? आप क्या बोल रहे हैं 9 साल बाद? आकाश या पीयूष
लागू करना जरूरी था कि सेंसस
पीयूष कुछ कह रहे हैं, 1 मिनट। अरे आप 2 मिनट चुप हो जाइए आकाशदीप जी, दूसरों को तो बोलने दे, दूसरों को बोलने दे। थैंक यू पीयूष, go on.
Look, I'm just saying that I actually congratulate the government on bringing this bill. All that I am asking our honorable MPs to do it quicker. Try to find ways and means to institute the reforms and preferably before 2024. That is all the opposition is saying. Nobody in the opposition is opposing it. That is the only reason why we are questioning.
No, 1 minute. You are making an assumption.
Wanted to do it quicker.
You are making an assumption.
As an Indian is asking.
You are making an no. Okay. I love your sincerity. I really like that. I really like your desperation to see this passage of this bill through. But I also admire the patience with which you have never questioned anyone for the last 27 years for blocking the bill. Now Poonam will respond to you. Poonam.
Just I wanted to put two things. Just 2 examples. The dear panelist was saying that आपने 9 साल में क्या किया? सर मैं आपको बताना चाहती हूँ 60 साल से भारत कश्मीर का हिस्सा नहीं रहा था। संविधान अलग थे, प्रधान अलग थे। पूरी राजनीति भारत को कभी कश्मीर के साथ रखा नहीं। धारा 370 लाके हमने कश्मीर को भारत का हिस्सा बनाया। ये हमने 9 साल में किया। जिस शाहबानो की केस की बात आप करोगे नहीं, उस शाहबानो के केस की वजह से ट्रिपल तलाक से हर कोई मुस्लिम महिला पीड़ित होती थी। उस मुस्लिम महिला को हमने ताकत दी। There are so many reforms we have done. हर गरीब जहां पे जनता पहुंचती नहीं, आपकी कांग्रेस के नेता कभी पहुंचे नहीं, वो जो कहते हैं 1 रुपए के हम 15 पैसे गरीबों तक पहुंचते हैं। आज डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट ट्रांसफर से हर घर तक, हर महिला तक पैसा गया है। आप ना 9 साल की ना बिल्कुल पाठ ना पढ़े, आप अपने 60 साल का पाठ पढ़े और मुझे 2008 और 2010 मत समझाइए। पहले आप अपना अभ्यास करिए कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी जो कहती है।
कृषांक, let me get कृषांक।
सर अभी तक पूनम जी ने देश को बताना चाहता हूं कि ना कि वो उन्होंने अभी तक नहीं बताया कि 2010 में भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने सपोर्ट में वोट पास किया था या उसके अगेंस्ट वोट किया था वुमेन रिजर्वेशन बिल के।
Let me get कृषांक in for a minute. कृषांक।
Arnab, कांग्रेस का गूगल सर्च इंजन निकालिए।
Madam MP, kindly. See, Arnab, when there are important reforms and bills placed, I think governance and politics should be kept aside. You know why am I saying this is? Time and again, Mr. Rahul Gandhi comes to Telangana and accuses us of being with BJP just because we've supported in some bills which are really crucial, like for example, the Article 370. We are afraid even today that because we are supporting the women reservation bill, that politics is erupting again, because unfortunately, the Congress-backed analysts are speaking the line which even the Congress is also not speaking, because let them see the 2010 interview of Mrs. Gandhi. She did say that even BJP supported them. Then why didn't it happen? She was asked that why did Mamata Banerjee ji walk out? Why was she absent? Why did she abstain from the voting? She had no answer. She said she did not have information. So they were Congress's allies who stayed away from voting them. So today, what important is the debate is that सब लोगों को साथ लाना चाहिए, credit नहीं कि ये हमारा बिल है या
can you tell me is 2024
can I get your thoughts? Yogita on the right, please. Sorry. Yogita, your thoughts on that. Yogita, I'll give the last word to Yogita, please.
I just want to say, Arnab, whatever
Yogita,
who didn't do it for 27 years, who did do it in 9 years or whatever it is, now it is the time to be together and support this bill. And we need to applaud it. And if you are so concerned about taking credit, do it in your states. You still have few parties and few states. Do it in your respective states. But at least something has begun. At least you should applaud it and join hands together and make sure it is done. You should protest and you should join hands. It should not take 7 years.
Parties that have done nothing for women in politics cannot claim that this is their brainchild. On the other side, why the pseudos? Why the pseudos are so uncomfortable with the fact they're not speaking about it? All those people who say, all the women who say, we are for women's rights, we are for gender justice, have not spoken a word. You know why? Because it's Narendra Modi who's taken the initiative on passing this bill. On that, in a few minutes.